first-time home buyer, and I was told by my agent to come talk to you, and I was wondering if you could answer some questions before we get started.
Sure thing, I'd love to.
Okay, awesome. Why do I need to go to a mortgage lender?
Yeah, it's a good question. So most people don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash to pay for a house, so they need to borrow money. And this is where I come in. I can help you get pre-approved and then get on your way.
Okay, awesome. So what exactly is pre-approved mean?
Yeah, so pre-approved is where we're gonna take your income, we're gonna look at your credit, we're gonna look at how much assets you have, what the purchase price is, factor all these things in, and then tell you how much of a home you can qualify for.
Okay, well, my credit score is pretty good. Is that valid enough?
Yeah, so it's not just about credit.
Okay.
I know a lot of people think that. It's a very good question. It's really more the whole picture. So we need to look at just your income, how much income you earn. Have you been earning income for long enough? Does your income look like it's going to continue? And then how much debt do you have? Can you afford this house? Things of that nature.
Okay, so I have like a finance on my car. Is that debt you're talking about that can be used for the home?
Yes, yeah. So when we talk about debt, we're talking about things that you've borrowed, not like your utilities, cell phones, things like this. We're just talking about credit cards, maybe an auto loan, things like that, where you've borrowed money and now you're paying it back.
And what exactly happens after pre-approval?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna issue a pre-approval letter.
Okay.
And this is gonna be given to you and to your agent. And this allows your agent to make offers on houses. So it tells the seller that, hey, this buyer can't afford this house.
So you need to be pre-approved to buy a house. What exactly do you need for the pre-approval?
So we would need an application, and this is just where we get some information, typically 2 years of where you've been living and then 2 years of where you've been working. And then we get some documents to support that. So your pay stubs and your W-2s, this would support your income, your employment, how much money you make. And then your driver's license would tell us where you live, your date of birth, it would confirm some things like that.
So as a mortgage lender, you're looking for stability in a home buyer's financials.
Yes, that's exactly right. What we're trying to make sure is that you can afford this, that you have a history of making on-time payments, and then that you can afford the payments moving forward.
So what exactly is the process from buyer to mortgage lender to closing?
So the buyer is going to submit the application like we talked about before. Once we have the application, we're going to collect all the documents to support the application. Once we get that, we submit that to the processor. And you got to think about the processor as the liaison between you and the underwriter. So the underwriter is the one who makes all the decisions on the loans. They're going to sign off, they're going to give you the thumbs up or the thumbs down.
Is the underwriter with the mortgage lender?
Yes,
Okay.
The underwriter works for the mortgage lender. So once the underwriter looks at your file and says, hey, this is going to be approved, then you get what's called a conditional approval. And that means that you're approved, but there's some things that you need to get a final approval. So once you have all those things together, some of them will be needed from you, some of them are internal that we're going to get. We'll collect all that. The processor is going to submit it back to the underwriter, and then the underwriter will give the clear to close, or CTC.
So how would one contact you?
Well, you can go to my website, which is westbarclay.com, and all my contact information would be there.